Good afternoon, everybody. Today is September the 24th, 3:30 Board of Review Agenda meeting. I'd like to give Mr. Beard to say the prayer, to hit the state pledge. Everybody please stand.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join me in praying the Lord's Prayer. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Okay. Go to item number 3, Board of Review of Connecticut Gator Energy.
Just to let you know, on the first one, Connecticut Gator Energy, they sent an email today withdrawing their protest going on. Sure notified the same. Yeah. So we go to,
Okay, so go to B, Apollo Environmental Strategies.
and it's assessment 1300001040.
All right,
Guess it should be noted, Mr. DuPont and the board of representatives for Apollo are not here.
what they're asking for.
All those, get your mic real close to you also, so we can hear you well. I said Apollo is protesting their values. If you look on they were assessed the same way we do all the other watercraft in our parish. If you look on their rendition, their 2018 personal property rendition tax form, they reported a cost to us of $600,000. Gave us the day's work, the year acquired, and they went as far as put what they considered the market value of $500,000. We take the cost of the equipment, depreciated by the age from when it was purchased, and then we give them obsolescence for days work. They receive 40% obsolescence for days work. They worked 150 days that year, last year. We come up with a market value of $316,800. They sent us their Texas.
What they sent us was some documentation stating that in Texas they were only assessed for $100,000, and so they were requesting that their market value be only $500,000, but they can't dictate what the market value is. It's you take the year they purchased it, what they purchased it for, you give them obsolescence, you apply the depreciation to it, and that's what you get. So they don't like they don't agree with our market value. And then since they sent to us, requested a market value of $500,000, their appeal is asking it to go down to a fair market value of $125,000. We've given them all the obsolescence that we can. That's based off the rules and regs that the tax commission sets forth. There's nothing else that we can grant them obsolescence on.
Texas, Louisiana, that's
It's different, it's very different. I don't even know how Texas
Okay.
works, yeah.
You don't know how, I don't know how Texas
Yeah.
does it.
tomorrow, I should have told them they was in Louisiana.
So their assessed value is 47,520 is what they owe,
That's their assessed value, that's not the
what
taxes.
they owe us.
Oh, we don't
And
bring that. And we don't have nothing to do with taxes,
just that,
just value. They're telling us that they only want us to value them at, they want their market value. Now, first they said 500,000. Now they're asking for it to be 125,000.
On the first page, you have 125,000 total.
That's their appeal. That's what
That's
they're,
what?
that's their appeal. That's what they're asking us to, that's the fair market value they want us to give them.
and we had it,
And they want 316.
we had it here.
We haven't.
That's what they assessed them at, was 360
Yeah.
in value.
That's their market value. Their assessed value is 47,520.
Is this, looking at this page, this other one here, is this the assessment value of the whole dredge, or is this the repairs and the upgrades they put on it?
This, the dredge plus whatever improvements they do to it. These 600,000,
That's what they paid for it.
They paid
they
six,
paid six
Yes.
for it,
and then they put some repairs and upgrades in it?
I assume. All they reported to us was the cost of 600,000. We depreciated it by the age, it was purchased in 2016, and it depreciated, I am sure.
They submit this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
They submitted the cost of $600,000.
Mhm.
And they also put the market value at 500,000, which we only have it at 316,800.
So you put it at 500,000, the market value?
No.
They
They-
did.
They wrote that.
16. So you're still lower than both the original.
But now, but yet they're wanting you to drop it to the 316 to 125.
Right.
Did they say why?
Because that's what they were assessed in Texas.
Because that's the way Texas did it.
That they did it in Texas.
Yeah, but we don't value like Texas.
And they should be here.
Defend or anything, so we'll just go to the next one.
Yeah, I can vote to either, to approve the assessor's, assessment, or
You have to make a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the tax assessors.
Motion by Mr. Kurt Quinn to approve the tax assessor. Second by Mr. Beard. All in favor? All opposed? Motion passed. All right, rule number 3C, Marquette Transportation Company, LLC, 130008532. And I see nobody's here to represent them.
nobody's here, Mr. Dumont, or Marquette.
So killing your trees, man, you should just give us a little thing to stick in our computer.
It is on
Y'all have computers? We'll do that next time.
It's on there,
that first year.
Michelle. What we sent, I got over the email is on the computer.
I don't think I seen it on this.
Okay.
Real different story.
And this one here, they're saying they wasn't even located in Cameron Parish.
They're claiming they were offshore on January 1st.
Do we have them, show them a picture of them in a dock or something?
We don't have a picture of them. We have their boat log. They come into Canada on the 2nd.
For a second.
On the 2nd, January 2nd.
January the 2nd.
And they stayed here?
No, no, sir. They were here for a little bit, and then went on up to Calcasieu Parish. This is a boat, we didn't have a picture of this boat, because we didn't see it in our parish on that first harvest day. This was rendered, this was sent to us from Pouchon, Lafourche Parish. And they had it offshore Cameron on January the 1st. And a lot of these boat companies want to go offshore on about the 30th or 31st, come back in on the 2nd or 3rd to get away from paying taxes.
Yeah.
Claiming they was in the outer continental shelf, and that they shouldn't have to pay taxes in the place.
We have some
We had
cameras out there, the jetties or something, taking pictures of boats coming and going.
over here in those,
We had some
Yeah, that's
Yes.
nothing to do with us, that's
GIS.
KPLC has a weather station.
And so, guys, just explain the law as far as boats, when they're taxable, when they're not, that way, you know.
okay.
The only time that they're not taxable is if they're doing like international trade. This boat is not, and they have to register that so we know whether we can assess them or not. They are not. If they are in the waters of Louisiana, they have to pay taxes somewhere. I mean, the way the assessors have come to an agreement is the first place of location after the first, if they're offshore on the first.
For first port of entry.
Right, and so we have their boat logs, and I think I've attached that for y'all.
There's also a judgment
Yeah,
from
Judge
Richard for a company that wanted to do the same thing. They weren't here on the first. They showed up on the second. And she denied their claim.
Where'd y'all get the boat logs at?
They render them, if we request them, they render them.
There's no words that says in here it's stopped in Cameron Parish.
Yes, sir.
Closest that come to Cameron was in inbound Cameron jetties, assisted with a tug on the stern of the barge, and that was it. But there's no words else in here that says it's stopped in Cameron Parish, period.
On January 1st, it's 5.5 nautical mile due south.
Slowed down and adjusted his cables and kept coming in. But it doesn't say it pulled into no docks, no nothing, continued on northbound up to Calcasieu Parish.
Cameron jetties, up the river at 6 a.m.
Yeah, Pier 7.
Where?
Pier 7.
Where's Pier 7?
This is Port of Lake
Port of
Charles.
Lake Charles.
Calcasieu Parish.
Where's Pier 7?
I don't know.
That's what y'all's. That's what I'm saying, that there's nothing in here that says anything for Cameron Parish.
Y'all, does that have to be docked here?
Yeah,
The next day?
Mr. Orson, how can you tax something when it's coming through the parish? The ships come through here, you don't tax them. And this barge is coming through here and went right on up in Calcasieu Parish. You're not taxing them boats there?
So
You're not taxing none of these boats that are coming in here?
in the Cameron Parish, yes.
You are?
The ones that are coming in Cameron Parish, yes.
They come right on through the channel, go right on up to Calcasieu. Same thing as this barge here, that's what I'm looking at. When it left home, it come right on through Terrebonne Bay, it just kept coming. And in here, it doesn't say no words that stopped at any dock in Cameron Parish.
No, it does not.
How can you tax that, is the question I guess I'm asking.
We use the first port of entry. The first port of entry, if they're coming from offshore, if they come into Cameron Parish, that's what we use.
Okay, well, you got a ship that comes in, that's port of entry.
That's in our,
You got these assist tubs, that's port of entry, because they're sitting out there waiting on them.
international trade here. That's boats involved in international trade.
I'm just asking a question because I want to be educated. If we're charging a tug to come in with a barge and he just charged his cables up, he's done made his port entry through our jetties, and he went on and Calhoun Parish. I've never heard of nobody taxing nobody.
His argument is that he doesn't want to pay taxes anyways.
Say again?
His argument is that he does not want to pay taxes anyways.
Well, I understand that, I'd argue that case too. But if you're gonna tax that boat coming in here, what about the next one that comes in with, one of these other tugs that are pushing a barge? He made the right of entry, correct?
Yes.
But you're not taxing him, we don't ever see him.
If we see him coming into Cameron Parish on the 1st or 2nd, or matter of fact, from the 28th to the 3rd, we're gonna send them a lap pole.
So you have to see him visibly come in?
That's the only way. We know that here. This boat was given to us from Lafourche Parish. Lafourche said this boat wasn't in our parish, it was off of y'all's parish.
Yeah, it come out of home, out of Terrebonne, come through the Gulf, and it come right on up the channel, went straight to Pier 7 in Calhoun Parish.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me that when they enter the jetties, right here, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna tax them?
Take this here on the 1st or the 2nd.
That's the only time you tax, the first and the second is the only time that you can tax them.
If we can determine that they were working, a lot of these boats come in and you see them the 28th, the 29th, maybe the 30th, and all of a sudden the 31st, and the 1st you don't see them, but then they're back on the 2nd. But when we find them and we have pictures of them, we say, well, look, this boat was working out of Cameron, it just left, so it'd be out offshore on the 1st of the year.
But
Finish
does he have to
your
be
boat.
working in Cameron Parish? Or can he just pass through?
So it can pass through.
Because it's always showing us passing through.
That's what I'm saying. Only thing the log is showing, if this is the correct log, and I think y'all asked for a correct log,
Mhm.
is that when he come through the jetties, he shortened his cables up, and they hid, and he went in on another boat, and they went on up, they went all the way to Pier 7. Okay, I don't care what day it is. It looked like to me it doesn't matter, because them ships come up here constantly. Look like you'd catch a ship too.
But that's international.
That's international.
They're involved in international trade. We
Can't
can't
tax
access
them.
that.
You can't international, you can't tax that.
No.
What about the harbor tugs?
We can,
You can,
yeah.
because they meet them at the jetties.
You talking about these,
I'm talking about right here in Cameron, they meet them at the jetties, they come down here and stay right there, when the ship, they hook on to them.
what
They
you talking
gone.
about the, pilots?
The pilots, yeah.
Yeah, they're assessed.
You assessed them.
Yes.
Okay, I've never seen it, I've never seen it, but.
What did they blank out on here? All the little, why is all the little blank marks on there where they blanked out? What words did they blank out? On ours, everything was blanked out. Like the blank line,
For page 1 of 2.
any of them.
Like that.
Yeah, see all the little blank,
What's the name of the tug or floor they got blacked
is
out?
that the name of the boats or something?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
It's not.
Release and tug, blanket, the dog leg,
Yes, it's the other boat names that,
So basically, let me understand, basically that particular boat was in Tucson or somewhere over there. And it left over there, and Terrebonne Parish or whoever would have assessed it over there, but it didn't come back to them in that time frame. It come up.
it wasn't there on the 1st.
Right.
So they
So
sent it
they
to
notified
us.
us that, look, they got a boat gonna go into Cameron and, you need to assess it because we did.
Correct.
We gotta pay tax on,
Yes,
Yeah, they got.
we just happen to be with the winter.
I'd rather it be us collecting
Yeah.
taxes than Calcasieu or Fort Tucson or wherever. It's terrible.
But that's.
Did you explain that to him, that we gotta pay taxes on it, did you know that?
No, I haven't even talked to him.
his
That's
argument,
he's got from Kentucky or something.
no, his argument is, I don't think I put the email correspondence, or maybe I did, but his argument is, with the tax commission,
not with y'all.
not with us. But we called the tax commission and they said that he has to appeal it here first, that he can't go straight to the tax
So
commission.
that's why he's not here today.
That's why he's not here today.
So he's gonna go straight to the tax commission.
Yes, but they told us he had to appeal it with the board of review at the local level, but first.
Yes,
So
sir.
from there, we do
What,
the,
Gaucho Parish charge them?
No, sir.
No, 'cause they can't
No.
charge.
His issue is that he claims that the tax commission's rules and regs are vague. That all the tax commission's rules and regs say is where you're located on January 1st. Well, his thing is he was offshore. So he thinks he shouldn't be taxed, but that's not what the rules say. The only way you cannot be is if you're in international trade. He's not. So his argument is not with us, it's not with his value, it is with the rules and regs that the tax commission has set forth, and we can't, there's nothing we can do about that. That's out of our hands.
It's just like that other one, he didn't understand he was in Cameron Parish, or in the state of Louisiana, he's close to Texas.
all right,
So the other one actually has two dredges down here. One of them he didn't protest. This one he did.
Leave the assessment as is.
okay. Have a motion by Mr. Beard to go along with the assessor. Second by Mr. Hicks, all in favor? All opposed? Motion carried. All right, item number 4, accept 2018 tax roll.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't need to hear all that noise.
Trying to help you.
I know.
I'll leave you hanging.
I ain't leaving that.
Two of them.
Huh?
I'll leave you hanging two of them.
Then we need this change from the previous one because of this,
Yes.
one that was through their, protest.
Well, this is the updated one.
This is the other thing, yeah. Real property was up 1,422,397 from last year. Personal property was down 18,628,904 from last year.
How does
And
personal property go down from one year to the next?
a lot of these oil companies are offering their wells,
Oh, that's personal property,
personal property, yes, sir.
I'm thinking about individual.
Pipelines were down, 324,423. Oil and gas equipment, well, and surface equipment was down 1,570,000. Watercraft was down 5,639,633. I'm sorry. Oil and gas surface equipment was down 1,005,000. Oil and gas wells were down 6,437,570. Now, our personal, now this, a lot of the equipment that's been on these plants, on these two LNG plants, a lot of these equipment providers had some pretty good decreases in their assessed values, especially over on the Junior side. Public service was up 15,139,140. And most of that came from the, what is it, Frio?
Chenier's pipeline.
Chenier pipeline, Chenier Nature Trail pipeline. So overall, the taxable value for 18 was down $367,000.
Bless you. Bless you.
So public service is what saved us this year, really.
Said what now?
Public service, our increase in public service, which, the majority of the increase from public service is from Chenier's pipeline. If it wouldn't have been for that, this would have been bad.
Is there any more in here, the LNGs that have been put on the tax roll yet?
We don't have any on the tax roll yet.
In 2 years.
19, part of Chenier's first project will come on.
So that don't go on none of this yet?
No, sir. The pipeline itself, Chenier's pipeline has never been exempt.
So it's on here?
Yes, sir. The increase,
Pipeline is, okay, just that
yes,
pipeline.
it's under public service.
Yeah, I see the pipeline company down here now.
So no other assessments will affect this tax roll?
The only ones that could now would be if we lose these appeals of the tax commission.
Also, I'm asking you a wild question. Okay? Okay. Are you still planning on signing this agreement with God? You are going to sign the agreement for our taxing entities to get us all out of the bond? You got it with you today?
No. Not gonna happen on
You had 30 days now. You looked at it good, huh?
That's the 15th. That's the done that.
Okay, so you're going to sign it.
We got,
You're going to get a lot of support in this parish for doing that. You know that.
I'm doing it because the parish needs it.
Sir?
I'm doing it because the parish needs it.
So Ron, you're going to expect it the 15th?
No.
That's what Mr. Billings said.
No.
No?
It'll be before that.
It'll be before that, Orson, I'll go kiss you right now if you sign it today. No.
nobody wants to see that.
How about a hug? How about a
Maybe
hug?
I'll just wait.
We want him to sign it. I'm convinced him not to sign it.
Just want to make sure, just ask you.
We'll have it for our next meeting in October? When is that?
17.
17th.
17th, we need it before then.
You're going to have it before that.
Never mind.
You're a good man, Orson.
Yes, sir.
I do have a question. We got some calls on the RVs. Can y'all just tell us where, you know, did that show an increase, some of the RV parks, and where are they listed in the? Because on the thing that we were showed, it said something about non-recorded plat, but it said the word trailer park on it. So instead of being Ag 3, it said trailer park, non-recorded plat.
We don't have a property description type as RV, so what we've done was taken the amount of acreage that they're using as the actual park and taking it out of the ag and classifying it as residential.
So it goes to one of either 34 or 36, basically, on the,
Yes,
on the real property
Yes.
classification. it'd be-
yes.
So what did did that show an increase from last year?
Yeah.
Number 34 and 36, or that went down?
That's probably part of your real property increase of
There you
$1,422,000.
go. Okay, that's what I was,
I'm sure that some of that has.
a little bit of it's probably that. Okay.
I think that's what he said.
Okay.
Arsenette, another question for you. The $269 million, we getting that in this January of 2019?
269 million?
$269 million, yes, sir.
From,
From who?
You don't know?
From who?
Well, that was, I thought that was supposed to come from the LNGs or somebody like that.
oh, you're
His
talking about,
original plan is taxable in 2019. You collect those taxes in 2020, January 2020. Depends on what they're assessed at.
Okay, so
Their first
Okay,
contract
okay.
expires and will be put on tax roll next
so it'll
year.
be in 2019 when y'all put them on the tax roll.
Cameron LNG, if I remember correctly, has one that expires in 2020, would be on the 20 tax roll. And Cheniere has another contract that expires in 2020 and should be added.
Okay,
And I'm talking
okay.
by
So it
the
kind of takes a year, you gotta assess them, then at the end of the year, you collect.
It just repeats after the following
They
year.
don't pay
Okay,
till the end of the year.
okay. All right.
And they've got contracts.
a lot, too many to count.
Ma'am?
Because they all come on at different times, they all expire at different times.
Yeah, it comes off in phases, and there's tons of contracts. Like, I don't even know.
It's 19.
Yeah.
Well, I was under the
To
impression
Cameron
it was
LNG.
2019.
It is 2019, you just don't get, you don't actually receive those taxes until 2020. They get assessed in 19.
Okay.
People start paying the taxes. So it's
Yeah.
December and January of that
December,
following year.
December of 19, you will get
Only part.
a payment,
Only the
but just a
original. Yeah.
portion. It's due December 31st of 19. But some people don't pay.
It depends on what,
Right.
when they pay the sheriff. That's the when you get your.
Yeah.
Your cut.
And then,
Now, the expansion of the plants are still years away.
and that amount of money, what we are drawing right now today will not affect that bottom dollar when they're assessed.
I'm not following you.
Like the first year.
So we have assessment right now of
Mhm.
X amount of dollars. They're gonna pay their share on top of this.
Yes.
So you're not gonna deduct nothing out.
This ain't nothing to do with it right here.
No.
That's what I'm saying, I mean,
It's just a pipeline issue.
that plant's gonna pay along with everybody else,
Yes.
and whatever they owe us.
Well,
It'll take the
that's
Ferris
debatable.
Slide and the Johnson Bayou districts
Right.
where the assets located at.
Yeah.
So this can help our people out when this is gonna start portraying. We'll be able to start lowering for our residents of the parish and the businesses in the parish, start lowering their taxes down, so take the burden off of them,
Yes.
more or less, correct?
Depends on what the assessment is, it depends on how much taxes are collected, and then if they get reassessed that following year.
But it will
The
help.
villages.
Yeah, but you got different formula to do.
Yeah.
Taxpayers will still pay the same thing as the,
Until the villages,
at the end of the day, they're gonna pay the same thing, they won't get their taxes reduced like they think they are.
depends on, it's gonna depend on what they're assessed at, how much taxes are collected, whether or not the district can operate on what that is.
The district is actually got to reduce the village.
Yes.
Until they're reassessed,
So
and then the villages are adjusted.
So it'll all adjust.
So it's good, it's not nothing that's gonna be reduced in the near future.
That's up to each taxing district, really. I mean, if they feel like what they're gonna be getting is significant enough that they can reduce their millage rate, they don't have to go through a reassessment. They can choose to adopt a lower rate.
Only thing we've done that reducing the millage, we just got the pilot program from Jump Street.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
we
Yeah,
did
that
something
would be,
there.
yeah.
What we got going on now, no, we can't do too much till they assess
Just
something,
in
if
next
they
year.
decide to pay out of protest or whatever else they would do. to
What the
us.
value's gonna be for that
Yeah.
original facility next year. We don't know that until he does it. This-
Okay.
So you want us, now you need a motion for us to accept the tax roll.
Set the tax roll.
All right, I'm gonna make that motion. Sign that paper.
Have a motion on Mr. Clark, second by Mr. Falk. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. All right, meeting adjourned.
You want all this back?
No, not really.